Hi guys, this is Sunday, May 17, 2026. I am going to do a overview of medicinal teas. Let me begin with I am not a doctor or a nurse, nor do I try to play either on YouTube or Facebook. I am one of those that is beginning to learn on my own that there are things that you can do without running to the doctor every time, like we used to do, like our ancestors used to do. But you make things work for you. Some people aren't ready for tinctures, which has alcohol in them. But let's go to something basic that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. You can go to your own kitchen. Let's start with that. Let's start with going to your own kitchen, and I'm going to show you some products. Like, for example, lemon, ginger, garlic, honey. That's natural, raw, unprocessed honey. Apple cider vinegar with mother. This is in our kitchens often. Here's cinnamon. It doesn't have to be sticks, but there's cinnamon. There's rosemary. Almost all of us have that in our kitchens. Cloves. Now, some things that I bought that you can add to things: chamomile, willow bark, spearmint. But now I've got some of this growing outside, but it's not to enough to where I can harvest it. I think I said chamomile. There's lemon balm. Lemon balm is also of the mint family. It is awesome. Here's holy basil, which is also known by as Tulsi. Here's calendula. But if you're not ready to experiment with making your own teas, how about here's some to buy. There's green tea with elderberry. You're stopped up, you ain't gone in a week. Here's just some herbal laxative or senna tea. You can get green tea and black tea. Amazing what it will do. And some of these products, like green tea, I combine green tea with black tea, steep it, and I put apple cider vinegar. And whenever my dogs are chewing on their feet so badly, I will make that and combine some water. And I soak them in it, and it helps with hot spots. Okay. I do buy larger quantities of things, and then as you see, I repackage them. I get most of them from Azure or Amazon. You make it work for you. And since I have tried and proven, thanks to Grace Walk Farms, she has a YouTube and a Facebook. So I've gotten to where I make some up in advance to where whenever I need, this is a pain tea. Put the wrong darn tag on it. This is for pain. I'm not going to go into all the details of this, but I pre-mix them to where I can come in. Here's my favorite tool in the kitchen right now for doing my teas. This is French press. And the other thing, but you don't need any fancy tools. Here's the other thing I have shared before, is one of these things that heat up water very fast. I'm all about trying not to use up a whole bunch of electricity and running up my bills. But learn what you can do now. With this, it's 1 tablespoon each of whatever I have in here. That and the French press I use is 34 ounce. I go ahead and fill a 34 ounce worth, and then as the French press strains it out, I drink 1 cup right then, and then I put it in a container. See this? Use what you have. Recycle. Now here's some inflammation tea, I'm calling it, and here's pain tea. You can drink it cold. Learn now. I keep saying that over and over. Another thing I highly, highly recommend is getting information. Start doing your research. Top 12 anti-inflammatory herbs and spices. Learn what they are. Top 10 herbs and plants for inflammation and pain. You may not need that, but as you get to be more and more of an old coot, I will be 71 here very shortly, And I have aches and pains in places I didn't even notice before. Yay me. So learn what can help you and your family. And I do want to throw in there, and I am no expert on this, do your own research. All of our ancestors used to do this, only they would grow their own or gather their own, all of them. But things changed in the early 1900s. Guess what that was all about? Do some of your own research. There's nothing wrong with this natural. And in fact, they almost had to outlaw it. And they mocked people that did it the old ways, that we've done it for thousands of years. So how's that prescription working for you? And I'm not anti-prescription. My mother's on some medications that, and plenty of people that I know, that they might not be here today if it was not for good doctors and good reliable medicines. But how about we do some of this before we get to that point? All right, it's already too long. Probably nobody here. I'm just trying to share information. I can lead you to the water. I can lead you to the tea, but I can't make you drink it. Love you guys. God gave us everything that we need to help ourselves. He loves us so much He gave us His Son Jesus. Jesus loves us so much He died for us. God bless. Take care. But before you take any of this, check with your doctor if you're on a bunch of prescriptions, or take just a little bit of it, because some people are allergic to, like the flowers, the chamomile, or the calendula. So make sure you're not allergic to it, and then say, oh, that old lady on Facebook said that this is what. No, you may be allergic to something. How would I know that? Do your own homework. Love you guys. Bye.